Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Art Hotel in The Sims 4. So I started off by walling off the kitchen. I did a lot of concrete, like walls and floors for that. And I used stainless steel lights and as many stainless steel benches as I could because it's good for antibacterial properties. So I kind of put a practicality to it. I got the dine out pack for this, and the chef station was such a surprise because I didn't actually look at the things that it came with. I knew that I could name it a restaurant, like the retail, like the get to work pack, but I didn't know that it would come with that. So it's very exciting to use, and I'm very much looking forward to using it. I also continued on with the idea of having a cafe for the outside area that I built last week, and I was excited that the get together pack came with an espresso machine, but I couldn't figure out how to use it. So you actually have to use the espresso bar, which can come with the grinder and the machine, and can also come without it, so plain. I just used the pre-built one because I'm going to need those things anyway, and then I put some kitchen surfaces next to it to make it look a little bit cute. I also in the kitchen put some extra stoves just in case it becomes a high-paced area. I didn't really build the restaurant to have too many people because I kind of wanted it to be intimate, and I don't plan on, making hundreds of rooms for this. I also changed the windows. I was going to keep the windows, but I changed that from last week. And I'm just trying to figure out how. I wasn't sure if I wanted the toilets one wide or how to, because I wanted the chef station to be blocked off from view. And the dining pack actually comes with quite a few dividers, which I wall dividers, which I use later on, and they're quite pretty. Some of them are really ugly, quite handy as well. So I ended up using those, and I knew I wanted a classy red theme. I think that having nice toilets that kind of pop in a restaurant is always nice. You have this fancy restaurant or whatever, and then you get up to go to the toilet and you go to the bathrooms and you're like, oh wow, they're so pretty. I always love that moment. I don't know, maybe I might be weird though. And for the hostess station, they have those in the dine out pack, but I also wanted something that kind of buried off a few decorations. Just so that I could put more, I guess, without putting patrons behind the server, I think. And here's the room dividers. I just put the sinks behind each of them, and you can still walk past and get the food and serve it. I really liked the color of these, on accident, and it really hurt when I couldn't find a corner one that matched up with it. And I'm really disappointed that they didn't have any black tables in the pack either. I didn't want to play around with it too much, as in use tables that weren't from the pack, because I'm not sure what height the bench chairs sit at. So I didn't want them to not work when I end up playing them. But yeah, I just kept that one bench table in because I really wanted it and I thought it was nice. And I'm just trying to figure out where to put the fish tank as well. So yeah, one big table and then the rest are two. I don't think there's 4 even in here. Yeah, see, I'm going through and I can't find another brown. It was very sad. Still a little bit emotional over it. Yeah, I considered changing the table, but then I just didn't want to mess around with the height. So I just stick with all the dining out pack stuff here. And I didn't want them to be too close. I didn't want too many people either. And I really like the lights. If you have a short wall, they sit like at shoulder height and it's really unpleasant to see. So it's a bit upsetting in like that respect, but they're very nice. And the red one near the cafe as well. Spice things up with plants as always. And I was so excited. I was waiting like that whole time to put up the glass of wine painting. I don't know why. Put some candles down. And then that's about it. I put some salt, pepper and napkins around. Before I started this video, I went through and put the heater for the outside deck of the restaurant. So I put that outside, and I also put the toilets in the lobby bathrooms because I forgot to put toilets in, so they're in there now. And I tidied up the walls and like the platforms a bit as well. Here I'm just trying to find like, I guess, how I want the entries to the rooms, because I knew I was going to put one larger room and then one single room down here. But I don't know what to do with the negative space, because I want distance between the stairs that people are going to walk up and the doors. So I might put like a reading area or something. I don't know, many things could work. So this side I'm doing like a cottage core rustic aesthetic. I mostly use the country living pack, and I think that the blue is really nice. I love that blue. It's almost like the IKEA Hemnes blue, I guess. And yeah, I just enjoyed building this because I like the pack, I like the aesthetic of it, and I like combustion ovens, so that was really fun. I wanted a tall plant that kind of overflowed so that I could hide the like upcycled bin, but I couldn't find one. And of course I had to have the donuts, the nice little goodies. And I think that the most important part of this room was like cluttering it, I guess. So with the paintings particularly, I think that was important, and making sure that I had the right greenery and plants and stuff. I decided to just use a small TV, so all the rooms are gonna have the exact same TV, just like in real life hotels. I also love the trash or treasure couches, and like ugly couch patterns, so particularly armchairs, so I was very excited to put that in. I did a playthrough, and for some reason like the girl who owns the hotel favorites like a particular stove, and it's really weird because she'll get food out of this fridge and then just take it somewhere else. There's the couch, the pinstripe couch. For the floors, I just decided to use like white wood. I think it varies throughout, but mostly that's it. There I used the country living rug, which is super cute, and it took all of my power of self-control to not use it in every single room. But here I am cluttering up like with very similar frame type and image type paintings and artworks. So I think that's really important. And then like putting shelves and stuff in, which I didn't do as much of, just because there's no fine line in the whites of like recycled and like new. So it either looks really worn down rather than like rustic, I guess. And I think I'm gonna have to go through and have a look at these windows again once I've finished the entire place and put a roof on and everything. But for now, I like the way that it looks on the inside, not so much the outside. I think I use the Country Living curtains, which are also very cute. I like those. They're blue and they like hang up but halfway down at the same time. And there I didn't use the Country Living side table. I did once, but I used a terrarium that has glass over the top, which is pretty cute as well. I used lights that very much remind me of my childhood home, so that was cute. I wanted to use that sunflower painting, and I was hoping that there was another one if you change colours, but there's not, it's the same. And I decided to put a nice reading nook in the main room. It was mostly because I wanted to put a lamp in, of like standing lamp, which I didn't end up doing because I thought that the room looked very fresh, like someone had just like made it up, I guess, which isn't exactly the vibe that I would describe cottagecore as, but I think it looks nice, so it's okay. And yeah, the white bricks as well, I like those. So it gave like an outdoorsy feel, since you can't really have a cottage without the outside. So that was also important to me. And the like green on the ground. So this is a double single, so you can bring 2 kids or 2 friends, or you know, a friend and a grandparent, whatever. So I put some of the Country Living hutches in as well, and the like buffet tables, and then I used the Seasons like coat racks on the side so that there's like a actual entry, because I feel like a cluttered entry is also key to that cottage core, I guess. And then yeah, just somewhere to take off your shoes as well. I used the level 1 chandeliers, and then outside and inside the decorations I mostly just use like, it's either animals or cars, and then outside I use like the sundial and obviously park benches and the hay bale. I put the wood collector like house there because they need wood for their combustion oven. So, and then I put the smoker as well because I feel like it's more typical at a cottage to smoke than barbecue. I don't know why, and I don't know if that's true, but that's just my stereotype. Here I am. I stumbled upon the retro gaming thing from the Get Together pack. I'm very excited to use that. I am just tidying up the outside because for some reason it turned pink, but on the opposite side of the cottage area, I am building like a medieval like pub tavern. I don't know what else to call it, but something like that. I tried to use upcycled things as much as possible. Turns out there's really not that much. Like, I don't even know if that is upcycled, but it looks it, so it's fine. And I just use different patterned woods as well, because I feel like old tiny taverns have patterned wood, and I don't know why. the like oranges, dark creams and browns were important here. I was sad that there wasn't a really basic fireplace, but I don't know who would want a basic fireplace, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. And then I just did like a tiny kitchen with the metal, the like, I don't know what it's called, but that was the closest thing that I could find that could match, and I figured everything more blends in than complements each other at a pub. I don't want to say it's because men design them and own them mostly, but and I tried to stick with the like pub-ish like bathroom, so like the pattern's worn down a bit, the toilet seat doesn't have a lid, and then I definitely thought that like I figured out that I needed a bar. Even though there's 2 bars, or I'm gonna put 3 bars in the hotel now, this pub themed room needed a bar. Yeah, and then outside, I think I didn't really do much. It was just more, I had get together in mind, so like more of a long-term stay, I guess, and then you like have your friends over and you can have pre-drinks there and then go out for a swim or go have dinner and then come back, and there's the grill there and everything. But there's also historical photos, which I did like kind of as a timeline, because a lot of the bars here have like in their hallways it's like, this is Brisbane in 1980, even though it wasn't that long ago. So I put those up in respects to that. Not sure if everywhere else has the same thing going on, but how cute is that gate? I love it, and I love the green. It's so cute. And then yeah, I just kind of made the outside area a bit more like of the room theme. And here's a bit of a walkthrough. So we have, you know, quite a spacious restaurant. And yeah, I really love how the cottagecore themed room turned out. It's very nice. I'm not sure if I put lights in either of the bathrooms anymore, but I'm very excited for, you know, families to come and just chill out, and they can cross stitch too, which is cute. And look at the china in the background, the collectibles, and the fireplace. It's all just very cute. I love the country living pack. It's funny because the buffet underneath the TV actually looks a lot more worn out in the store than the kitchen counters. So thanks guys, it's been fun. I'm very excited to do the second level, and then I think that's it. So I'm not sure it will be broken down into 2 or 1, but I will see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe so you get notifications when it comes out. It's very exciting. I hope that it is finished by next episode. Anyway guys, thanks. I will talk to you guys in a week.